Hey, what's up? My name is Uti Nwachukwu, a TV presenter, an actor, and an all-round entertainer. So for more exciting content, please subscribe to Zamari TV.
Uti Nwachukwu was born on the 3rd of August 1982 and he hails from Delta State. At the age of 25, he represented Nigeria in the 3rd edition of Big Brother Africa. He eventually was evicted out of the house, but he came back for the 5th edition to be crowned the winner. Uti began his acting career in 2011 and has featured in several movies since then. He won the Best New Actor prize at the 2012 GMA held in the United States. Uti currently is a co-host of the African Magic series, Jara.
You have come so far in your career from the guy that was a Big Brother, and now there's this guy who is an actor, a TV host, you know. How's that journey been like for you?
An actor, TV host, wow, okay. It's a very, 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 very wide question. With regards to, I think I'll focus on the struggle. It's been quite easy since winning Big Brother. I mean, before I won Big Brother, it was tough. Not so tough. I mean, I'm not one of those people. I'm sorry. I mean, I can't apologize for having it a lot easier than others. I don't have any sub story like, I was packing gutter, selling mango, I don't. You know, I'm well schooled. You know, I've had private schooling all my life. The later time I tasted
Federal school.
Or federal.
Yes.
In public.
Yeah.
They'll
come for you.
Don't you come for me. Okay. I ever tested federal universities was when I didn't pass JAM. So my dad said, you will go to Nsukka. So I went to University of Nigeria in Nsukka for like 2 years for a diploma. Okay. And yeah, so I had it going well. I'm the last born. I had siblings that were already well to do. So I had it easy based on living life and being comfortable. But in terms of chasing that dream, I was almost like career-wise, I was almost like a spoiled brat. But I dare say you have the right to live the kind of life and do what you want to do, you know. And so it was difficult because I was trying to prove to people that I had the talent. And you know, in Nigeria, they sort of do not support people that do not have a background. You know, or a successful background in what
you're trying
they are offering or what you're trying to get into.
Yes.
So it's almost like they like to piggyback on your success. So they want you to become famous, which is why today you see that Instagram comedians are the new stars, Instagram sensational, because they already have that fame. So producers and whatnot want to piggyback on that fame. So for me, the struggle was all about getting to prove to people that I could do these things that you know I could do. And took a lot of cheap jobs. I got not too many rejections.
Because do you feel like a lot of people give you roles because you were Uti from Big Brother?
No, that before the fame, I went for Next Movie Star before Big Brother. So Next Movie Star is not as popular as Big Brother. So I had to prove that I was a good actor. So I started to do small shows and TV series. And I met Moses Iwang and he introduced me to MME Song, and that's when I got my first major movie role. And before that, I met, through Moses Iwang, I met Ini Edo and I got another movie role. And I would say it was all about the person, my mentor then. He was my mentor, but after Big Brother, it was a lot easier because I went to people to tell them, you know what? I can act. I want to act. And they're like, are you sure you have the time? Then it now went from, who are you to, do you have our time?
Yes.
Are you sure you've not made too much money? I'm like, that money, it ain't banco. I've even forgotten that I have that money. I want to work. I didn't go to Big Brother because I wanted money. And that's the misconception here. A lot of people think, oh, it's time for you to go to Big Brother to win money. No, if you don't have a product to sell, you will make the money, but you will finish. So I told them, I'm ready. They're like, are you sure you're patient? I'm ready. So I had to prove to people that I was grounded enough to humble myself, enough to be able to work. Big Brother, of course, gave me that major platform to be able to choose what I wanted to do. And with TV presenting, African Magic gave me that platform also because naturally, I just noticed I was a TV presenter. Even in school, just by talking to people, they're like, ah, guy, why did you interview me? And it comes from that that the curious part of my brain, and I was always very eager to know, what people were about, what makes you tick. I've always been genuinely interested in people, and I watched a lot of shows, so naturally that part of me just developed subconsciously. I didn't know it was in me. So that's why when Africa Magic called me, because I also went to Africa Magic, Mnet, and I told them, I want to work. Whatever shows you guys are saying,
doing
the same thing. Are you sure you have our time? I know. So literally 2 months after I won Big Brother, Jara launched. I went for the audition. They auditioned me with other girls, auditioned Helen with other guys, brought us together, auditioned us again separately, then brought us together, auditioned, then finally brought us together.
So it was a long process.
It was a long process, and they did not believe that we had not met each other, we did not know each other. Like, why is the chemistry so? Like, are you sure you people did not plan? Like, no, I'm just and that's how we started with Jara. My career just went from one level to the next, and then I started getting gigs to MC weddings, awards, red carpets, birthdays, you name it. And that's my major hustle right now. I love TV presenting. I love hosting gigs because I get to be me, raw, unfiltered, and 100%
express yourself.
My pedigree is expressed 100%. So that's my major hustle. For acting, I've sort of reduced it to maybe 2-3 movies a year, and I'm good. Is there
a reason why you made the conscious? I know you said, I'm presenting, I'm hosting, you get to be yourself.
Yeah.
But is that another reason why you felt like maybe acting? Because with acting, you can explore different sides of yourself.
You can be another person. Yes, you can be another person.
So
it's fun, but home, it can be stressful. I mean, you have to give kudos to the actors that star in movies back to back, because the process is very, very gruesome. It's very, very tiring. And for me, I was just like, I love acting, but I don't love it enough to do like 10 movies a year, and I don't love it enough to invest too much of my time, and then the time doesn't necessarily match the pay. And I'm not an Instagram star that I'm collecting, let me see, I'm collecting 10 naira, but then I'll be posting like I'm collecting 1 million.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to do that, because at the end of the day, what matters most is who you are to yourself. Are you true to yourself? I'm not about the fake life. And at the end of this day, at the end of the day, you are in this business. Apart from passion, there's the hustle part. You're hustling, you have bills to pay. So I love acting, but it's gruesome.
So how do you find the balance? Because you said be true to yourself, and there are a lot of young people who say, this is what I want to do. I want to be an entertainer. I want to be in the media industry. I want to act, present, sing, dance. The whole 9 yards. How do you find the balance and remain true to yourself and find your actual core?
Ooh, that one is tough. I think it's personal for everybody.
Okay.
You have to decide. You have to make a choice. It's like going to a restaurant and you see buffet and you want to eat chicken, pork, beef.
And you can't really eat all.
You can't eat everything. You look ridiculous at a buffet. But you know what I always tell people? At a buffet, you start small. You come, you take maybe small chicken here, small beef, then small rice. Finish it, go back, take the other one small. If you take small of everything, you can have a taste of everything. And then when you decide which is your favorite, the next time you come back there, you go straight for your favorite. And that's a bit of how I did mine. I took a taste of everything. I put I dabbled in music, dabbled in TV presenting, acting, what have you, everything. I'm even a writer. I write scripts. I ghostwrite for some movies. I'll say, don't put my name. I ghostwrite. I ghostwrite some articles that you read on paper and the internet. I have so much talent in me. Like, the media industry, I was born to be in this industry. Like, it's one of those things I realized, and I was lucky because even in school I was a science student, computer science.
And so not allow me to be a science student.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, but I noticed that, because I had a little ADD, so every time they were lecturing, back then I'll just be like, I would zone out and I would picture myself on stage or picture myself in a movie. I would just literally constantly fantasize about being on TV or doing something entertainment related. And that's how I knew that I was created for this industry.
What is the biggest lesson that you have learned since you've been in this industry? What is your biggest lesson?
I would say my biggest lesson, I would say it's something Uzo Sinkba told me in 2008 when I went for my first Big Brother. I didn't win. I was going for an interview. Then she was working with Hints, and we had a chat in the car when she came to pick me up. She said to me, the most unassuming people are the people that will help you along your growth, your career growth. Don't underestimate anybody. Be nice to everybody until they give you a reason to not be nice. And that has never ever left me. That has never ever left me. And I live by that rule. These days, I have some friends that see me and then maybe someone stops me to greet me and they're like, is it everybody you say hi to? I'm like, bruh, you don't know where my next gig is coming from. And more often than not, I've had so many people tell me, you're such a polite gentleman. You know what? Do you do weddings? Do you do MC weddings? Yeah. Okay, my daughter. Or, oh, one of my guys, I will put your name there. Oh, this is happening. Are you free on it? Even if it's just appearance, a paid appearance gig. Okay, there's a big show. It would be good to have somebody like you there. Do you charge for appearance? You know, the most unassuming people. I've talked to people and they're like, oh, I actually know the this of that of this. I'm like, whoa. You know, so that's the lesson I've learned. I've learned to be very polite. I've learned to be kind. I've learned to hug everybody. By hug, I don't mean like physically hug everybody.
Yeah.
Like I've learned to, you know, walk into this world with arms wide open until you push me away, and then I'll politely
step back.
But I'm welcoming to everyone until they give me reasons to close up to them. Yes, doesn't mean I'm close to everybody. Yeah, that's another thing. Doesn't mean I'm very close to everybody, but I'm welcoming. And when I decide to be a platform from someone, one very important lesson I've also learned is I don't have to be very super close to you. You don't have to be in my environment for me to help you. Most times it's very detrimental to your own growth, because sometimes, more often than not, when people that you are helping are in your environment, they start out being very humble, but the minute they get comfortable, they start to compare themselves to you. You now become their competition. You now become the one to bring down for them to rise up, and they start to get jealous. So it's better to help people from afar.
Yes.
As long as you are helping,
Yes.
just do it from a distance. Just like how there are some people that you love, but you have to love them from
far.
a distance.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to learn that. And finally, I've learned that some of my best friends are not necessarily in the same industry as you. Yes, and I've been a lot happier since I started to live like this. And the lesson to cap all lessons, without a spiritual life, and I don't mean like you must go to church, you must do the kabash. Spiritual life in that we recognize a higher power, and you're in a very healthy relationship with God, and you put everything you do in the hands of God. I'm looking about going to, you know what I mean? Spiritual. I didn't say religious. Spiritual. Without a spiritual part of your life, you're wasting your time.
Deep.
Yeah.
We've gone to church, we've gone to class. Before I wrap this up, I want to ask you, what do you want your legacy to be? So when, like 20 years after you're gone, I mean, fella, it's been years since he's passed, you know, we still talk about him as one of the pioneers of, you know, Afrobeat. We talk about him so highly for his social commentary. What do you want your legacy to be?
I'll take inspiration for humanity. In terms of, because of him, I'm a better person. I'm a nicer person. I'm a loving person. I've worked harder. I have. I believe in the power of grace. I believe in blessings. I believe just inspiration for humanity, for a positive life.
Okay.
I just want people to look at me and be inspired. That's what I want my legacy to be. Like, oh, when they talk about Uti, they're like, that guy, he inspired me. Because of him, I went for this. Because of him, I started to think like this. Because of him, and that's kind of like how I live my life. There's no one that has come close to me that hasn't taken something from me. The ones that love me, not the ones that left me in a bitter way, That's what I want my legacy to be, just to inspire people to live positively and to live the best life that they can possibly live. That's what I want my legacy to be.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Uti. This has been a very great conversation.